Hello, hello, hello. I am your host OCL, and welcome back to 1 Century Later. Today, we'll be taking a look at all events from September 6th to September 12th, 1925. As with last week, all of my sources are in the description down below. Sunday, September 6th, 1925. On the 6th day of being lost at sea, Commander Rogers and his crew finally got the fresh water still working. However, after 5 hours of use, they managed to purify 1 quart of water, all the while their makeshift sail was slowly bringing them closer to Hawaii. Monday, September 7th, 1925. Maurizio Gonzaga, the general of the Italian army, was appointed as Commandant General for the Black Shirts, the fascist party's voluntary military for national security. On the 7th day of being lost at sea, a $500 reward was posted for the rescuers that found Commander Rogers and his crew. Tuesday, September 8th, 1925. After the Riffians captured Algeciras on August 25th, the Spanish launched an amphibious landing on Algeciras Bay. 13,000 Spanish soldiers would assault the bay and Algeciras against the 11,000 defending Riffians. The resulting battle would last until October 2nd and would be used as reference for the Normandy landings on July 6th, 1944. On the 8th day of being lost at sea, the crew of the stranded NP-9 seaplane finally had some luck on their side. Heavy rainstorms came, and using the canvas from their seaplanes, the crew was able to catch a couple gallons of water. The paint on the canvas contaminated the water, so the crew had to strain it through their shirts in order to purify it. Wednesday, September 9th, 1925. The second wave of Spanish troops landed at Algeciras Bay on the ongoing assault on Algeciras. On the same day in Morocco, the Riffian rebels that had launched the offensive against the Spanish-held city of Tetuan surrendered. Also on this day, a mob formed at the house of Dr. Ossian Sweet, who had moved into an all-white neighborhood the previous day. Dr. Ossian had previously requested police to protect him and his family. However, when the mob came, the police refused to help. Only when Henry Sweet, Dr. Ossian's brother, shot and killed a member of the mob, the police act, arresting all 11 members inside the house. All 11 were initially denied counsel, bail, and then tried for murder. On the 9th day of being lost at sea, the crew of the PN-9 caught sight of Oahu's north shore. However, the wind shifted, pulling them away from Oahu, and they quickly lost sight of the island. Commander Rogers realized their last chance of survival was the island of Kauai, the furthest north island in the Hawaiian archipelago, and the only remaining island between them and Japan. Thursday, September 10th, 1925. During the Algeciras offensive by the Spanish troops, the French soldiers began their own offensive against the Riffians near the Ourga River. At 9 a.m. Hawaii Aleutian time, the crew of the stranded PN-9 seaplane finally caught sight of the Kauai Island in the Hawaii archipelago. 15 miles off Kauai's shore, the submarine USS R-4 spotted the seaplane slowly drifting towards the island. After being lost at sea since September 1st, the stranded crew was finally rescued, identifying themselves to the R-4 as PN-9 number 1 from San Francisco. Initially, Commander Rogers and his crew refused the sub's offer to tow them to Nawiliwili Beach, believing that since they had come so far, they should finish it under their own power. They did, however, accept food, water, cigarettes, and medical supplies from the submarine. Eventually, the crew of the PN-9 number 1 relented and agreed to be towed to the harbor by the USS Tanager. Friday, September 11th, 1925. Following the meeting between the French and British foreign ministers on August 11th to discuss a potential peace offering between Germany and France, the UK, and Germany entered into peace talks for a security pact between the nations. Saturday, September 12th, 1925. The body of 8-year-old kidnapping victim Arthur Salmasha was found in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, after going missing on July 24th. That is all. See you next week for all events from Sunday, September 13th, 1925, to Saturday, September 19th, 1925.